It used to be 10 calls to get an appointment, and I think 3 appointments to get a listing.
Yeah.
I think when I was new, it was about 3 to 1.
I don't do it down to that level.
Right.
I have good practices. I am consistent in implementing good practices, and I make sure that I have relationships with my clients,
Right.
not transactions with my clients.
Right.
And that, over time, is what pays off. And I'll say this, I know so many people want us to be able to say, here's the magic formula. If you make 10 calls, write 5 notes, and, do 6 drop-bys,
Right.
all of a sudden, Pandora's box will open up and you'll make your goals. It doesn't work that way. I would love to be able to say, this is the formula for success. But if it were that easy, you wouldn't have agents who don't do well and agents who do exceptionally well. You have to figure out what works for you. But I can assure you, doing nothing, doing just enough to get by, you will not excel in this business. If you want to excel, which I hope all of you do, and excel can be, as we said, doing 5 transactions a year. You have to decide what excelling is. But if you want to excel, that means you have to make a plan for yourself, work it every day, look at it on a regular basis and say, what's working and what's not, what has to change, okay? Again, there is no magic wand.
Even if you thought it was the greatest idea ever, if it's not
Exactly.
working, get rid of it.
Move on.
I think some people focus a little bit differently than others on, for instance, the number of calls and things. I mean, some people focus on the results versus the number of calls. If you make 10 calls, like you said, if it's 10 calls and it didn't produce anything, then you need to make more. You don't stop.
And look at how you're doing your calls. What is it that you're saying on your call? Are you...
Get yourself pumped up.
Right.
Don't go, hello.
Right. If you're making your calls and you're just saying, oh, hey, I'm just calling to touch base, okay, that's kind of helpful. But you can, if you're calling, as we said, with something of substance or to ask something. When I work with a buyer and I close out their file because they've purchased a home, I make a note of, in my system, of what rate did they buy it. I keep a lot of information, but one of the things is their interest rate. And so when I'm writing my notes each month, I will look and see, and if they bought at 6-point-something%, you know what? I'm on the horn with them, and I'm calling them, and I'm emailing them, or I'm putting it in the note to them and saying, hey, I don't know if you're aware, but interest rates are such, at this point, you might consider refinancing.